YouTube, my name is Legend of Yes, and welcome back to another Can They Be DLC episode 4 of season 3. This episode going over the Astral chain protagonist, Officer Howard, technically speaking, would be their name. So let's get on to it. Before we get on to it, let's talk about a little bit of the news. There wasn't, again, many news. We now know a few things regarding possibilities of 2020 games from Nintendo. Well, one 2020 game from Nintendo, and how hard it was for Dragon Quest, or for Hero, to make it to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Basically being what Sakurai didn't think was possible until basically Nintendo stepped in. Now I'm right now I can't exactly remember if it that Sakurai, not Sakurai. So Iwata's, one of Iwata's last wishes was to have, I think, Dragon Quest 11 on the Switch. So the team at Square Enix worked hard on it, and going with the Dragon Quest on Switch and Dragon Quest in Smash Bros. Sakurai thought it was impossible, and pretty much kind of confirms that once again developers will be up for anything. It's the people behind them that most likely won't, and the reason Hero might be the reason why we never have another Everyone Is Here Again. Not because of the character or anything, it's mostly because I believe the people that make the music for it, the company that owns the rights to the songs for Dragon Quest, apparently they take a cut of every single game, a percentage of every game that includes Dragon Quest music. So it's a thing apparently. That's what I heard. Could be, most likely will be wrong, but still it's a possibility to throw it out there. Another thing, it's games for 2020 from Nintendo. We now can speculate that 2020's Pokemon will be the Sinnoh remakes. Apparently a lot of the things and merchandising for next year from the Pokemon company is around the 4th generation, which means Pokemon from that generation will be Sinnoh, would be Diamond and Pearl. So it seems like those games are the most likely ones to get remakes. I wouldn't be shocked if if there was a Platinum episode, maybe, to go with the part they're not covered in with from Platinum. Also, this is not really related to games, but kind of does, because we now know that Sony and Disney once again made a deal for Spider-Man, and Spider-Man is going to keep on being in the MCU, and Spider-Man was going to continue to have his own games on the PlayStation. So maybe there's a little bit more hope for Sora, but I wouldn't still count the eggs before the chickens hatch, or the chickens before the eggs hatch. I think that's how it goes. But anyway, let's get on to the main topic of this video, and it's the Astral Chain main protagonist, Officer Howard, and technically speaking, Akira. Will they be in or won't they be in? Well, first let's look at their overall potential moveset, which is actually pretty vast. In the game, you control 6 different legions, and every single one of them could very well work as a move. They could work as a grab, they could work as any move in the game, basically. All of them basically have their own speciality. For example, the only one I could really see working as an attack in Smash, when you press the R button, you get each legion's special abilities. For the Sword Legion is to make a cut in any direction you want. In the Bow Legion, it's literally you have a third person over the shoulder ability to aim with your character. And the one Legion I would see this being a move would be the Beast Legion, because in the game you basically ride the beast, so it would basically be like a warrior side B, but it would be with the Beast Legion. Any Legion really works for anything, and the tilts could literally be normal, like just pressing A could be the blaster like Mega Man. Side tilt, both side tilts could just be the baton, and up tilt and maybe down tilt could up tilt could just be the bigger sword, and that could be up. No, I was trying to think, could the down tilt be just the bigger sword? But that would be a bigger move, I guess. I don't know. But then again, like, there's big swords that are tilts, so maybe and the dash or it could be the down would be the down tilt could just be a little slide. Maybe the dash attack could just be a bigger slide. Also, this video I forgot to mention at the beginning. I will say this because I'm trying to go over as quick as I can because it's very late where I am right now, and tomorrow I won't have a lot of time to post this. So I don't know if this video is going to be posted on Monday or Tuesday, mostly because of how things have been around here, and I haven't had a lot of time. And tomorrow it's going to be a bad day for me when it comes to work because I barely have any time to eat in a basically 8-hour shift, which is going to be lovely for somebody who has stomach problems. Yay. But still, that's not the point. Just saying that this video is obviously coming out later because of that. Also, where was I? Okay, the attacks. Any attack, more attacks. Again, Beast Legion would be the side B. Grab could be maybe the Arms Legion, maybe. So you know, the legions could all work as different moves. I'm trying to figure out, like, Sword Legion maybe could be just regular old. No, regular B probably would be the Bow Legion. Down B probably the other. I haven't gotten all the legions in my playthrough yet, but could work. And down B, or yeah, up B, the jumping could very well just be the Sword Legion, because that's your main recovery if you fall in a bottomless pit. In that game would be the Sword Legion coming out. So how likely is it for the Astral Chain main protagonist Officer Howard to be in? Oh, another thing to cover is that Officer Howard has a clean four costumes ready to go, male and female, and then male and female Raven. And if you play the game, or if you can and go watch my playthrough, it will be at the end. Raven is a costume or an outfit that the twin or Akira in the game gets in chapter 6, I think. It technically is a spoiler, that is, it is your twin that gets it, but it's literally just the black and red costume that we see in the reveal trailer. And yeah, it doesn't reveal much outside of it. They get a costume called Raven, which looks actually really cool. So yeah, that'll be it, which it makes this a very quick video, but still we have one comment to go through over the Can They Be DLC episode 3 for Fiora, and it comes from Terry Servenson saying, I'm doubtful that Fiora would be a DLC fighter. Oh yeah, no, wait, before that, chances of them getting in. Depends on when DLC was chosen and how DLC is going to be. If they're going with another Fighters Pack 2 with a few bonus characters here and there, they have a possibility. If it's just Fighters Pack 2, I don't think they won't be in. That also depends on when the DLC was decided, the complete list was decided. Pre-August, yeah, they're not in. Mid-September, probably could be in. And if it's just however Sakurai wants to do things, but Nintendo still gets to call how many characters are in, or what characters they want to push the most, and Sakurai gets obviously the veto powers, he could just decide to do it. He could just be like, no, I'm doing it this way, this is my way, so let's do it. And again, okay, so now we can go to comments. Again, Terry Severson said, I'm doubtful that Fiora would be a DLC fighter, but could see her getting in as a Mii costume. From what I've heard, Terry Bogard and SNK games are more popular in Latin America. In regards to an Astral Chain ramp, I could see either a full playable fighter or Mii costumes. Mii costumes, I think, could work for other characters from the game unless they go with an echo for them. Maybe Max would be a good one. Maybe what's damn it, I'm trying to remember. I just remember now the name of Lappy could be a Mii costume as well. That'll be really good. Damn it, Alicia, I think that's her name, I could be wrong, would be a good one. Marie too. So, you know, there's a lot of characters that could choose from Mii costumes when Astral Chain comes in. Astral Chain can also come in a pack, call it the Platinum Stars pack, and it's them as the main ones, with the stage being the Astral Plane and the music. Maybe bring in Wonder Red. At this point in time, just looking for ways to include Wonder Red into the Smash games. Maybe even if One for Wonder 1 gets a port next year, that'll be really cool. I'm just saying. Just come on, Nintendo. Give us Wonderful 101 Deluxe? Justice Edition? I mean, Democracy Edition would work. No, Diplomacy Edition would work, but that only works for people that have actually played the game, that would get why it's called Diplomacy Edition. Now, Get Jerk Addiction could work too. Okay, anyway, I don't know why I stopped there for a while and my head was going down. Still, Terry Bogard and SNK games being more popular in Latin America. I've heard that too. I just think it's kind of weird that in the environment of going in with the Latin America thing to explain why Terry Bogard is in Smash or where his popularity comes from, kind of falls a little bit in the fact that, like any other character, if they're popular in a place, you know that Nintendo is there. You know, if a character is popular in Europe, Nintendo is in basically all of Europe, or in the major European countries. Same thing with North America, same thing with Asia and Japan. With Latin America, I don't know, I think there are in like Argentina and a lot of the countries. Problem is the biggest of the countries they're not in, which is Brazil. So I don't know, it could be, but Terry, I believe, is very popular in Latin America alongside SNK. It's just that the biggest, what I would assume to be, based on size and population, I believe they have the most population, would be one of the biggest markets. Well, given how Brazil is nowadays, maybe not. Things there are just, I'm not going to comment on it actually, I'm just going to skip over it. It's weird in my opinion. It's weird that like the biggest market, it's not there, I guess. Or what could be the biggest the biggest market, they're not there. I say it could be the biggest because again, Brazil might be big, but that doesn't represent hugeness in marketplace. For technicality, Europe is could be twice as big as America when it comes to market, but it's smaller than America in terms of gaming market. So it's unclear. I'm gonna say possible biggest market, Nintendo's not there. But again, like Terry was mostly picked because of like the companies, and somebody's pointed out there who could be the final DLC pick. Could just be the companies that have helped Nintendo with the Switch. And it kind of makes sense. In a way, removing Microsoft, all of them make sense. Like Atlas has announced the game right at the Switch presentation. Yes, it has not come out yet, and people are calling it vaporware or cancelled. Maybe Shin Megami Tensei was cancelled. We need to remember, Persona 5 at one point was a PlayStation 3 game coming out in December 2014, and I believe that was announced in 2013. Could be wrong, but still, December 2014 was when Persona 5 was supposed to come out, and then it came out in what? 2016 or 2015? I think it was 2015. I think 15 in Japan. Maybe 2016. I don't exactly remember. I do know that they made Game of the Year nominations in They made it in 2017. Yeah, so it was 2016 in Japan. So 2 years after they said it was going to be. And I already think they already shown things. So the fact that we've gone 3 years basically without hearing much from it doesn't mean much. Then you have Square Enix, which they're one of the biggest supporters of the Switch, even if it's just ports, true, but they've also put some exclusives on the system. And then who was the other one? SNK. Yeah, SNK was one of the first people and one of the first companies to be like, yeah, let's port everything to the Switch, and a lot of the games sold well. And they were very happy with the sales, and I could see Nintendo being happy too, because they also moved forward the eShop and kept people going to the eShop when there wasn't a lot of games to come out on the system. And then Microsoft, while they didn't help out exactly in the beginning of the Switch's life cycle, around the time of negotiations for the DLC, you know, Cuphead was already in development, Ori was already in development. Microsoft might have been more things in development. Cross-play between the systems was already a thing. And either a thing already, depending on like if it was mid 2018, or planning to be a thing if it was early 2018. Because I don't think it was a thing, crossplay between Switch and Xbox. I think it was only when Fortnite launched, right? And then later on, I was gonna say Halo, Minecraft and other games got it. So there's a possibility there, maybe, I don't know. So if we go with that trend, what was the company I started this off? I legit now just have just literally drawn a blank. God, I had the name of the company in my head. God damn it. I went on the tangent of explaining it. Who was it? Who did I say? Oh, I didn't say a company, I was gonna say, which kind of seems, okay, going with this train of thought, the 5th character could very likely be a Bethesda character, because from day one, actually from trailer 1 they were there. For the first third-party game and the first game to be announced for the Switch was Dragon Quest XI. The first game to be shown by a third party was Skyrim. Not saying it's gonna be Dragonborn at Character 5, but with all the things going around Doom and Doom being on the Switch, basically all of it, I wouldn't be shocked if Doomslayer got into Smash as Character 5. That's why I think Character 5 is Doomslayer, actually. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I've been the Legend of GS. Legend of DS. There we go. Join me again next episode as we go over another Namco franchise in Soul Calibur. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys then.